They were refusing to condemn the violence.
Yes, he was not a bastion of life, liberty, limited government, and individual responsibility. He voted for Donald Trump, a fascist. He was not those things. I would not vote for that. I would not. Yes, it is subjective, and they didn't vote for it. Correct. It is subjective, and they didn't vote for that fucking shit. Whereas you're lying, saying that it's about condemning his murder, and that is incorrect. That is not what this is about. This is about.
That is, most men were trying to give him advice before he went. He was the one that was acting like we were wrong. He was the one acting like we were giving him false information, attacking the red pill, attacking the manosphere. I got my girl and we got an open relationship and you guys are wrong and you guys need to shut the hell up and blah blah blah. And men were telling him that's probably not a good idea. Your girl's probably gonna leave you, which she did. And when people say, I told you, y'all mad at us for telling them?
Wait, no. Wait, CJ, that's totally different topic. He's talking about with the violence. Sorry.
Right. But I gotta push back for him. I gotta push back for you real quick, CJ. So
go ahead, CJ.
The one thing that was the issue with Destiny, because I have watched them too. I'm across the board. I watch a lot of people so I can get a different point of view. They could not beat him when it came to debate. So it was nothing left that they could do except for tell him. No, they weren't, CJ. No, they weren't.
CJ, Jeremy is one of the quiet.
No, that's my guy. I like
and see, if you jump him too, it's not
fair.
Jeremy,
I'm a fan of Jeremy already.
I'm not gonna jump nobody, Fatty. I gotta respect your channel.
I know, but he was going to jump you. That's why let Jeremy land this plane.
All right. All I'm gonna say is that majority, let's say that majority, he was good at articulating his language so that he could successfully win majority of the time. From what I saw, his long 12-hour streams and things like that. But the issue is that now, well, he had bad faith actors over there, guys. Like it wasn't like people like you, Ray, that was just not gonna let him finish, like just kill him, But he was actually trying to like have a conversation with people so that he could prove his point. It wasn't a middle ground there. But going back to the main conversation, the issue with Destiny is that now people are saying everything that they said that was going to happen is happening, and he's not handling it well. He's not the same thing that he was doing to people. He can't stand them doing it to him. That's what the issue is over there. The whole demonetization thing, unfortunately, it ain't got nothing to do with nobody. That's all YouTube.
That's no, Destiny's been arguing for people to die. He basically
I understand, but he's been doing the same thing for years.
One second, because y'all don't have pushback. Destiny's taking this shit like a G. Got demonetized. Oops.
Taking it.
No, like on the last 3 weeks, a ton of people got demonetized.
Yeah, he didn't cry about it.
Like he's been incredible, right? And you know what happened to Destiny? Oops, I got demonetized. It is what it is. On the criticism, you try to fuck with him. As soon as there's a news, you can literally count it 10 seconds until he has the most deplorable tweet about clowning the situation that happened. He is doubling down. A person that doesn't take it well is going to be a victim. Oh my God, I'm political prosecutor. Look at, he's doubling and tripling down. He's saying, oh, you want to play this game? I'm going to see where the road breaks. So no, he is actually fighting.
But even on top of that, it's not like Destiny was not advocating for violence on top of that.
We could just hop in before we had our hand up the whole time.
What?
No.
Wait, you spoke, he spoke, you spoke, he spoke, he spoke, and then I started talking.
Destiny was getting his ass whooped in debates the whole time, man. Destiny wasn't just.
You want to talk about what you want to talk about?
CJ, that was the first thing we were talking about, man.
Hey, CJ, who was beating Destiny in debates on a regular? And Marte, be quiet for a second. Let's actually prove the point to CJ.
Everybody, fresh and fit, was whooping his ass. Fuck it, I think my boy, what's his name? The boy
Andrew Wilson.
Andrew Wilson was whooping his ass.
DJ, stop.
Andrew
we are talking. Destiny is a political commentator. Motherfucker was bored, came to the Red Pill space, did a season here, and bounced back to what he was doing. right? So we are not going to count. It's like me being a golf commentator. I'm a basketball player. I don't know nothing about golf.
Daddy, don't try to disqualify who I said.
Can you stop, please, so I can finish?
Nah, it was open season on Red Pillars, bro.
He is a political commentator, and he was beating everybody else on debate. Might not be because he's right. He's just a good debater, just like Andrew Wilson. A lot of times I don't agree with it, but technically he's beating people on debates because he's better with words than other people. So what I'm saying is this:
peace, Fatty.
Since he was, I appreciate you, John, and shout out to your barber. He did a good job. Shout out to your barber.
Jeremy.
You best debater of the day, Johnny. Well done.
Yeah, I like the skunk, bro.
Hey, I better keep my girl away from John. Feel me? My girl is not watching this while John is on.
Came in here, said what he had to say, and got out of here. I love it.
You know, this man is living his life. So CJ, what I'm saying is that you are not going to find 5 people that beat Destiny. You're not, bro. It's just like
Piers Morgan beat Destiny. What are you talking about?
I'm sorry, we're talking about I'm sorry. Please, for the love of God, can we not talk about like who beat who? Like it's all so subjective. Like the point is like Destiny was using, people are mad at him for using like violent rhetoric, and what Jeremy was saying is that the Donald Trump was constantly making fun of people who were getting attacked and dying. So was Steven Crowder, so was Charlie Kirk, so was Candace Owens, so was everybody on the right across the board. But every single time a death happens, it is all of the Democrats across the board, all of the politicians, all of the big influencers, everybody across the board on the Democrat side, every time is just saying, yes, I condemn this, violence is bad, blah, blah, blah. But it is like some random TikToker that's 15 years old with blue hair that they're going to go find and say, look, they're encouraging violence. While all of the top influencers on the Republican side, the top Republicans and politicians on the Republican side are all going to do this every single time. But the one time that Destiny is the biggest content creator that has done this sort of thing in years, and it's nowhere close to what it is that people on the Republican side have done, they all freak out and he immediately gets demonetized for it.
And just to wrap it up, because we're going to bounce. I am honest, right? I don't believe in free speech like that. I actually believe in hate speech. I believe that if I am running a company and I find out there's a man on my company that is on Discord saying fuck woman, and woman shouldn't be on positions of power, and woman this and woman that, and he is literally either a jar or somebody that is going to promote woman, I can have you on my company. I'm sorry, because it should be a meritocracy. I don't care about your political beliefs or your personal beliefs. If there's a woman in my company that is competent enough to get the job, I can have you around here having that way of thinking, and that goes for a racist, that goes for whatever, right? But the thing is, and one thing that I don't appreciate on both sides, like, can we agree? Like, both sides hate cancel culture. They love cancel culture. When Colin Kaepernick was mean, they love that motherfucker never got a job back. They love it. They like when the NBA players were mean and having Black Lives Matter, motherfuckers, you need to shut up and dribble. If I was the owner, I will kick you. Like, they love it.
They tried to cancel Eminem. They tried to cancel Madonna. They tried to cancel Britney Spears. They tried to get people fired from their jobs for saying Happy Holidays instead of Merry Christmas. Like,
yes. So
you're confusing cancel culture with capitalism. Conservatives won't support what you say. They won't support your business if you say something they don't like. They won't support.
That's about the dumbest thing I've ever heard.
That's
a hater, man.
Push fatty.
Wait, so no. Wait, CJ, CJ. Wait, hold on, wait, CJ, please, for the love of God, CJ, please just define what you mean by cancel culture.
So capitalism is a way to. That's what we believe in. Most people, they say, hey, if you support something I don't support, I don't have to support your business. I don't have to support your way of living. We don't say you don't have the right to say whatever you have to say. You have the right to say whatever you have to say, but we won't support you while you say it. Those are two different things. That's not cancel culture.
Can you define cancel culture?
If you say this, we're going to cancel everything that you believe. We're going to cancel. You don't even have the right to say this thing.
I'm sorry. What does what does cancel culture mean? It normally means that they're going to deplatform you, that they're going to get you fired, that you're like this is cancel culture. No, that is cancel culture. Cancel culture means a large group of people all at once taking away support, taking away likes, taking away follows, taking away your job, taking away platforms.
You included rights. Nobody said rights. No.
I said likes. No. I didn't say rights. I didn't say rights. I didn't say rights. I didn't say rights. CJ, I didn't say rights. I didn't say rights. I didn't say rights. I didn't say rights. No, I didn't. I said likes. I said likes. Likes. Like on a video. Take away your likes, or like on a tweet. Your likes.
The definition of cancel culture is this: a form of social ostracism where support is withdrawn from someone due to objectable actions or options. And the way they do that is typically by online communities, especially on platforms like Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. Most of the time, they target celebrities, influencers, brands, politicians, and sometimes everyday individuals. That is the definition.
Yes.
And by the way, Jeremy,
cancel culture exists because of capitalism.
Man, I'm out of here, man. This show. Hey, I tried to be better this time, Patty. I don't know if it worked.
No, CJ, let me just say this and then you got it right. No, CJ. Like, come on, man. Y'all, I fuck with y'all or fuck with me. This is why I'm going to be a review channel, because I just can do this 3 times a week. I'm sorry. But I love y'all. So this is what I was like, for example, what happened with the Dixie Chicks. I think that's the band, right? Like, I don't know if you guys remember.
Oh, yeah.
Iraq war.
They said, fuck George Bush.
Hey, fuck this shit, y'all need to be joking. And they were actually right. A few years later, that we kind of know there was no weapons of mass destruction, no nothing. They were kind of right. And what happened to them is they got death threats, they got canceled, that shit took a massive hit. Like, they were literally the martyrs because they decided to go against what the Republican Party and more people that are more conservative were trying to do, which is being patriotic and you don't talk about the leader in whatever the name is of the people, the person that George Bush in times of war, right? That's cancel culture. Or Kaepernick, that's cancel culture. Or Target, when Target was selling LGBT shit and people were saying, I'm not going to Target and we're going to cancel them because I don't like the LGBT propaganda. Why can't we admit that if it is applied against our enemies, most people are okay. Most people are okay with fascism. Most people are okay with extermination. No, that's a little bit too much. But most people are at least okay with their some people facing dire consequences if it's people that they don't fuck with or people that are against them. Is that fair to say?
That's fair.
These are people against ideas, not against certain brands. When we're talking about this, you need to delineate these two and make these different. So they're canceling ideas, right? Not the brand itself as far as like the company.
Oh, so the left is just canceling racist ideas. That's it. They're just canceling racist ideas or transphobic ideas or homophobic ideas. It's not the same thing.
Yeah. Black Lives Matter dropped Target's whole stock, but it didn't have nothing to do with the company. Gotcha.
No, what I'm saying, it's the rhetoric. It's
yes, we agree.
Things that they sell.
We agree. They leverage their company against the rhetoric.
That's
yes.
not cancel culture.
No, that is, he literally just read the definition of cancel culture. Cancel culture is basically using capitalism or using some sort of
absolute. But anyway.
Okay, so give me a different definition then. Give me a different definition, because when you say it's not an absolute, what you just said like fits perfectly into the definition. It is exactly what he just read. Wait. So give me a different definition that makes it to where what you said doesn't fit in there.
Mr. Fantastic in the chat said there's a reason why the word boycott is different. Now, boycott did happen to Target, but it was an effect of cancel culture. So you're right. You are right. But it started with the cancel culture and it evolved into a boycott. I will give you that. No,
boycotting is a part of cancel culture.
Yes, they walk hand in hand. Yeah.
Right, because the first thing that people want something to happen is your pocket. They want to hurt your pocket. That's why they call your employer. That's why.
Well, hold on. I wanted Marte to answer the question. I wanted a definition that does not include everything that you just said, Marte.
Yeah, what does include money or capitalism? The Dixie Chicks were canceled. Nobody was buying their concert tickets. Nobody was like listening to their songs. Is monetary. We are going to take you out of here and we're going to make your pockets bleed. How
You're
is it
using a
not-
hyperbole here. So if I have an idea that I don't like because you're fascist and I don't like fascist ideas, that's not cancel culture. That's me just having a difference of opinion.
So again, can you give me a
Fascism.
you're hold on, Fatty, please, for the love of God, please. I just want him to give a definition. I don't want
Yeah,
to
you
keep
both are
fucking
confused right
pivoting.
now, but go ahead.
I don't want to keep pivoting.
You are
Please,
giving
just give me a definition. I just want a
So much
definition.
confusion right now
Please,
between
no,
you.
no, Fatty, please. I just want him to give it the fucking definition. He keeps saying
Your
things
brain's
that fit in the
exploding, Tom.
definition.
Let it
My boy
explode. Just
Tom
feel
is
the
about to have an
explosion.
aneurysm.
Yes, because he's
Yeah, the explosion.
he keeps letting him pivot off. I don't want to pivot off. I want a definition, just a definition. That's it.
All right, I'm getting out of here, Fatty. Hey, great show, man. Thanks for
I see you
inviting
later,
me.
man.
Later, CJ.
Good to see you, CJ.
See you, CJ.
All right, my boy Jeremy. Hey, I'm gonna follow you, brother.
Tenfold. Appreciate it.
I'll follow you too, Jeremy.
I appreciate it.
Marte, give us the definition instead of saying that's not the definition.
I think cancel culture is, I would say, in my best definition I can give, is when the public rallies together for the termination of a person or group.
Okay, and how do they do that?
Yeah.
How do they do it?
No, now you're saying how do they? I gave you a definition.
No,
Now you want further-
no. I agree. That's a fine definition.
You're not happy with the definition?
No, I'm fine with the definition. I'm saying
definition, right?
your definition falls into our definition. It is the same thing. So how do they do it?
No,
How do they do
semantics
it?
are extremely important, Tom. Let's remember this, semantics. So if I don't like your idea and I vocalize my dislike of your idea, that's not saying that I want this company
No.
terminated or people terminated.
Well, you don't have to say, hold on, you don't have to say that you want them terminated, but the company can feel as though it is best in their best interest
Oh, it's
to get
feeling.
rid
That's
of.
subjective. You're using a very subjective metric when you say
Marte.
feeling.
Okay, so you can tell me if you disagree with me. Just let me finish it. So the company can feel as though it is in their best interest to get rid of you if so many people dislike you and they think it could be bad for business. And so that is generally how cancel culture works, is so many people are so displeased with somebody that the company says, you know what, this is going to be bad for business for us to keep this person. We got to go ahead and get rid of them. So to me, your definition still falls under exactly what we're calling cancel culture.
What you're doing is I can actually have a consistent measure of this. What you're talking about is something very subjective. It's a third party. You're talking about me in the idea. Now the company, which is a third party, is now making their final decision, which is you can what I'm doing is I'm separating. I'm creating a distinction now. So if I was to say I don't like your Islamic ideas that you have in your company, I can say this. The company is now making a decision on their own, absent, and I could separate these two.
Sure.
They're making their final decision, but the culture can be outside of this.
Sure. Well, so we're talking about the effects of cancel culture. So just the same as
That's
like,
not necessarily cancel culture.
it's not. We're saying that it is an outcome of cancel culture. Just the same as like if a bunch of people don't like your ideas, there's people who canceled me a couple of times over things that I said, and I immediately lost like 90% of my audience. That was them not liking my ideas. My entire fucking career just kind of disappeared overnight because they didn't like my ideas. That is like the same thing.
I'm with you, Tom. I believe the opposite is true. I think the side effect of people losing their jobs can be cancel culture, but I don't think that people's opinions of disliking Islamic ideas is cancel culture. Do you understand what I'm
Sure,
saying?
I don't think each individual is not correct. So each individual is not, because one person expressing displeasure of something, that's not cancel culture. It is the overall broad group all acting as one, doing it together. But each individual is not doing cancel culture.
But this is why
The
conversation-
outcome is cancel culture.
Right.
I
It is
agree
a
with that.
cultural movement. Correct.
But that's where, like, I don't want to use the word disingenuous, but it is. Cancel culture for the most part is let's hurt this person's pockets. That's all it is.
No,
We
you're
are-
applying a motive and intention.
But we are like it happened with Kaepernick, it happened with Nick Fuentes, it happened with Fresh and Fit, it happened with Destiny. People are rejoicing the fact that he lost the monetization. He still has 10,000 people watching his shit.
Yeah, but you're saying that they're celebrating the cancel culture. The celebration isn't the cancel culture.
No. Yeah, but Tom, but that's the thing.
Right, Tom's right.
1 second, please. If I want to get slim and be slim is the result, I do things that is going to conduct me by my final goal of me being slim. If we're going to be honest and objective about what they wanted about Kaepernick, what they wanted about Destiny, what they wanted about Nick Fuentes, what they want about Fresh and Fit, all of these people still have massive microphones. Massive. Fresh and Fit, Destiny. What they are celebrating is We got you out of here because you're not
I
being
agree, but the distinction that Marte is making is that no one individual got him fired, that it was an overall collective that got him fired. That's what he's saying.
And who are those people? Who are those people? People on the right or people on the left?
The people on the right, but that's what. But
Talking about, for
yes,
example, Colin Kaepernick.
yes,
Who
correct.
was there?
Yeah, so I'm saying we're just getting the definition down. Now that we've got like the definition down, we all seem to agree. Now, yes, like it is the point is that like especially throughout the 90s, I have a whole video on the fact that like the right. I grew up a very Christian conservative. We invented cancel culture. We cancel people got people fired for saying happy holidays instead of Merry Christmas at stores. We got everybody tried getting Eminem dropped from his record label, Madonna, Dixie Chicks, Britney Spears. They were the ones who got rating systems put onto all movies to restrict who could or couldn't get into each movie so that they didn't see violence or cuss words or things like that. They like the majority, the idea of like cancel culture in leveraging, people's businesses and trying to like change things based on this overall collective. This started like very much in the 80s and 90s with Christian conservatives, and the left definitely picked up on that in the 2000s and started leveraging it as well.
So I would say something also as well. So when support is withdrawn, that can take many different forms. So it could result as someone having to give out an apology, because cancel culture at first was forcing someone to come back and say, I'm sorry, I changed my ways, I'm going to rehab. But now, because of extra bagging and more influential people or more volumes of people are actually now starting to get on the same bandwagon, it's evolved into an actual counseling of the person, losing job, losing money, losing the ability to have your house. It's turned into something really, really ugly, because it started off as we want an apology. We don't like what you said, to see if we can get you to bend the knee. Now it's turned into bending the knee ain't good enough. Off with his head.
It's kind of sometimes though, it's not necessarily again, because it's not always the motive. So like I do agree that like especially recently the motive was to get Destiny deplatformed, to get all of these people doxxed and fired from their jobs. Like that is definitely the motive, but it's not necessarily always the motive, because especially with the left, there were a lot of times where somebody might just come out and say something that was racist, right? I can't remember the fat lady who used to do the like ABC show back in the day. Roseanne said some like really anti-Semitic stuff back in the day, and all everybody did was just cover it and be like, yeah, this is really anti-Semitic. And she got her entire show dropped and got canceled because of it. And it wasn't necessarily the intent, but it was the outcome anyways, because they saw that this was going to be bad for their brand to keep her on. And so it's not always the intent to get them dropped off, but lots of times it definitely is. And that has been the case with as of recent. And I think that if things were applied equally, I think from my perspective as somebody on the left, liberals have worked really hard to get rid of this like toxic cancel culture sort of thing on the left over the last like 5 or 6 years. And we did a pretty successful job at it. And then now it's being picked up by the right. But again, it's not like, even on the left, it was like these small little minions who were doing the shit, never the big leaders. Now on the right, it is the big leaders who are going after people, doxing people, going after their jobs, going after their careers. And it's a drastically more malicious sort of thing than I think we've seen in the past.
I'm going to give some light pushback. I do agree with what you're saying, but I do believe that the cancel culture movement started off as accountability, and now it has been abused. A lot of people in the chat are also saying that same thing, and I agree with it, because they just want to change behavior. Unfortunately now, because it has got so much steam behind it, now when someone does that, people could lose their livelihoods. And I think that it's not so much that the Republican Party or the Conservative Party have now mutated this. I think it mutated over time. And now that they're using it, the conservative side is using it, it's a different monster now. It used to be a puppy, now it's a full-grown wolf, and it can actually do some damage to people.
Yeah, you're talking about an overcorrection, Jeremy, right?
Yes, correct. Absolutely.
Yes.
But I mean, essentially, like killing people, that's like cancel culture taken to the extreme. And we look at all of these people who are being killed. I mean, how are you saying the left is?
Okay, I mean, if you want to go there, like again, like all the statistics are going to show that the right wings are committing by far the majority of political violence. That we only had like a couple months ago, somebody tried to kill, killed Hortman and her husband, tried to kill Hoffman and her husband, then they were going to kill Walls. We had pipe bombs sent to Obama, Hillary, Kamala, 13 other Democrats. We had
Do you believe this?
One second, Marte. Tom, stay on Trump and Trump Jr.
Well, I was gonna say, yeah, Pelosi's husband got attacked with a hammer. They all made fun of him, and Charlie Kirk told his audience to go bail the guy out. When George Floyd got killed, they all constantly made memes about it. You know, Steven Crowder did his little show about it. Like it's just a very common thing where studies show that it's somewhere between 80 to 95% of political murders come from the right in America, excluding jihad.
But that's the problem. It's not a left or right thing.
Well, no. It is because the left is.
Public would not agree with you, Tom.
I don't care about the public. I care about the studies, and the studies actually show that hold on. Let me finish my statement. Okay, so if you guys are, that's because the right is spreading misinformation. I'm here to correct it. So the left is responsible for like 99%. The left is responsible for like 99% of property damage, and the left keeps saying that the right is responsible for the majority of political violence. They're not. The left is probably responsible for more instances of political violence. The right is responsible for the majority of political murders, and that is the difference.
Different, Tom. Break it down a little bit more because you lost me a little bit.
Let me
What do you mean?
Let me just say this because I don't want them to pivot, right? Let's focus, for example, what happened to Nancy Pelosi husband. Trump Jr. put a picture on Twitter.
Well, wait, I wanted. What was
No, I got you, Tom. But because I know what you're going to do, they're going to say "but," right?
Well, no, I wanted to know what the confusion was.
No, he said to.
Jeremy said, "Yeah, I'm asking Jeremy, what part were you asking me to break down?" You said that.
So, I guess my confusion is that it seems as if, and correct me if I'm wrong, and I'll make it really quick so if I can get this point out. You're saying that it got violent when the Republicans or the conservatives got hold of it, but before then it was just mostly like damage to property. Like
no, I didn't say that. No, I didn't say that. I said that the left is saying that the majority of political violence comes from the right. That is incorrect.
Okay.
The majority of political violence comes from the left. But the political violence that the left engages in is property damage. That they have 99% of political violence against property, whereas the right has like 90% of political violence that engages in murders. And so they have like 90% of the murders that occur.
And you're talking about the quote unquote lone wolves and things like that when they have those type of instances. That's what you're referring to?
Yes.
Okay.
And what I was saying was that if this is not pushed by both sides, and when I say both sides is they might be talking it, but if we are going to talk about the right not engaging in this shit, you can see by Trump Jr. behavior and Donald Trump, I'm not even going to talk about the funeral service. I hate them. I don't give a right? Like they made fun of an assassination attempt to Nancy Pelosi husband with the hammer. And literally, Donald Trump Jr. put a picture of a hammer and some old man undergarments, whatever, right? To make fun of that shit. Donald Trump made fun of that shit.
Trump make fun of it. Yeah.
Like, if that's not what you say is condemning and condoning. I don't know if condoning. If that's not condoning violence and saying, hey, our political opponents are being literally targeted and are on the hospital right now, and if this is not an admission that y'all, when I say y'all, the right is okay with actually violence when it's made against the people that they disagree, why would the president of the United States and his son that are in positions of power make fun about this shit? Why would Charlie Kirk tell you to go bail out a man that literally tried to kill that man with a hammer? Like, why would they do that? Athena and Marte. Why would they do that?
So I'm just going to present this right now. It's a quote from Hillary, right?
What about Hillary? What about
Reese-
Well, no,
Obama?
let's see the quote. No, let's see the quote because no, let's see the quote. I want to see the quote. I want to see the quote. I want to see the quote. Show me the quote. I want to see the quote.
What about Obama?
Oh man, you let him wiggle out.
You know what? No, I won't wiggle out. Let's stay on topic, Tom. Let's stay on topic. I'll be good faith, okay? Let's be genuine here. Fatty, reinstate your question. Go ahead.
My question is, if the right is against political violence, why did Charlie Kirk said to the man that attacked Nancy Pelosi's husband with the hammer that people should bail him out? Why would Trump Jr. put a picture of some undergarments, I don't know the word, like old man
Underwear and a hammer and say that this is his Halloween costume? Donald Trump made fun of it, saying that Nancy Pelosi had a wall. It didn't seem to work so well. How's her husband doing? And yes, that they're making jokes about it.
Satire.
Yes, if they are against political violence, why they
Did anybody die?
He was in the hospital at the time. He was in like critical condition in the hospital.
No,
They attempted to kill him.
Hey, 1 second. Now, hey, 1 second. Hey, 1 second. Hey, Marte. Did
An
Trump
attempt.
die? Hey, Marte. Did Trump die when they tried to kill him?
No.
People were upset.
Fired for saying Trump should have died.
People,
No.
Yes.
were people upset about it?
Yes.
I didn't see a massive amount of people being fired because they were like,
Well,
oh,
not a massive amount.
Yeah, I didn't see a
That
massive amount of
wasn't a question.
Not a massive amount. The point is that like the
Well,
Trump
there wasn't a campaign for sure.
the Trump and the right seem to like make a lot of jokes about attempts at killing, even killing sometimes, and that then when the left, when little tiny like 100-follower TikTok accounts do it, they all attack them and try to cancel them. Again, the Democrats establishment and all of those people very quickly denounce violence. They denounce the like violence from both sides every time across the board. But on the right, they seem to make jokes about it anytime it happens
every
to the
time
left.
You're making an absolute again. Go ahead, make another absolute.
Yes, I'm saying that every time in the last like 10 years that they are across the
No,
board.
it's not every time. That's inaccurate, Tom. At least be accurate with your information.
Okay, so correct me.
So, okay, it's not every time. I can at least be good faith and say, you know what? It could be some of the time. It could be half of the time, but I can't say every
Well, no,
time.
correct me. I am saying every time. Correct me. Show me where I'm wrong.
Well, you can't show you where you're not wrong. So here's the thing, though.
Well, correct. I can't prove a negative. Of course I can't. You have to prove a positive. You're the one making the claim that this is incorrect.
This knife cuts both ways. You can't even do the same thing I can do.
I'm telling you that they
Right,
don't.
exactly.
No, I'm telling you that they don't do this thing. And you're saying I can't make that claim. I'm saying I can make that claim because I've spent 5 years making this claim, asking somebody to disprove it, and not once has anybody done it. But there's a bunch of people who come in like you saying you can't make that claim, but they have no evidence. No, I can't prove a fucking negative. You have to prove that it happens. If you ask me, hold on, no. If you said Donald Trump never, if you said Donald Trump never stokes violence, and I say no, he does. I'm not going to turn around to you and say prove that he doesn't. No, I'm going to go and prove that he does. Just the same as if I say that the Democrats never do this, and you say yes they do. Well, then you have to prove that they do. That's on you. That's how that works.
No, you're making the claim saying every time. I'm not making that claim. You did. You have to prove the claim that you
So
made.
you want me to show you every single statement from every single Democrat over the last 10 years? That's what you're asking me to do.
No, prove that it's 100% because every
That
time
is what you're asking me. Yes, you're asking me to show every single statement on every single bit of violence over the last 10 years. That's what you're asking me to do.
So you're saying human nature on that side is perfect. They never make
No,
mistakes.
no, I didn't say that. I didn't say that.
Oh, this is bad.
I didn't say that. Is that Marte, you keep saying you're being good faith. You really think that's what I said? No, I am saying every time. And I'm saying that if you think that you can show me any time that they did otherwise, go ahead, prove it. Go ahead. If you have the ability to do it, shoot. This is not fallacy. This is not a fallacy.
It is a fallacy. Every time is wild. When you
Every time I go poop, it is really hard, and I am in a lot of pain. Okay, every time. If I say every time, okay, it's every fucking time. I'm telling you, every time with Democrats.
You're using an anecdote that's subjective. Can you use something that's more objective? And say every
Yeah,
time.
sure. Democrats every time do not stoke the flames of violence. They do not encourage it, and they come out against violence, regardless of which side does it.
Oh, so you're just gonna lie to me? Okay,
Okay.
you know what? I'm just gonna let you have that lie. Go ahead.
All right, let me say it. Let me
you're a
say it.
liar,
Let me
Tom.
say it a
Just go
different way.
ahead.
Let me say it a different way. So what
Great.
he's saying is that liberals are more like people from the South, whereas conservatives are more like people from New York. New York people talk with a little bit more of a threatening demeanor than people from the South. The people from the South will say something mean with a sweet tone to it. Is that what you're trying to say? Because if you're trying to say that they don't ever say anything bad.
No, I never said bad. I never said bad.
Right.
See, See, Marte, that's what Marte changed what I said. I said,
Okay, what did you say, Tom?
that every time there's an act of political violence, when Democrats come out and say something, they condemn it. They do not stoke the flames. They do not encourage it. They don't make fun of it. They don't do any of it. That is a thing that is specifically a Republican thing under Trump era, because before Trump, I would say all Democrats, all Republicans would condemn these things, all of them. But in the Trump era, things are drastically different.
Okay, I will let you have that. I don't agree with it, but I'll let you have it because that's your point of view.
Either,
but what I will say is that I think that there are bad actors on both sides. And I think there are good actors on both sides. Just like in Texas right now, we have an issue with rezoning. All right. So we have some people that have literally fled the state to keep from having to make the vote. And then there are some people who are actually Democrats who are here. They know it's going to affect them, but their constituents have asked them to be here, so they're here. That's a good faith actor. A bad faith actor is a Democrat that runs to Atlanta so they don't have to do the vote. So I understand what you're saying, but I think it's good on both sides and it's bad on both sides.
Again, I'm not saying good or bad. I'm talking specifically about political violence. I didn't say anything about good or bad. I said political violence. That's it. That's all I said.
If you don't condemn political violence, then that's a bad thing.
You're implicit.
No. But that's not what it is.
So Trump. Okay, so you're saying Trump is complicit for not condemning the violence.
This is what is happening, right?
Yes.
So both sides do it, but one side does it more than the other. I think that's.
Nah, I'm not playing this fucking both sides pussy bullshit. I'm not doing this both sides whitewashing what the Republicans do. I'm not whitewashing this. It is Republicans.
No, one second.
Republicans.
I actually can show you why both sides actually do it. Like I said, both sides love cancel culture. Both sides wouldn't drop a tear if somebody on the other side, something happened to them. There's both sides. I'm not talking just about politicians. I'm talking about crowds.
I agree.
What I would say is, like Tom said, if you actually go compare and go to see the nitty-gritty of what happened, most of what happens from the left is college kids being mad at you and throwing you apple, is people saying no justice, no peace, is people burning the local store. When right wingers actually get mad, and most of these right wingers that actually you see doing political violence is disproportional that they are actually on the right, they are not on the left. That's all I said, and I'm going to add something to it. It's kind of funny that on the last two assassination attempts, all of a sudden, all the left-leaning people that are shooting people are engraving their manifesto in shells they never used and all that shit. It's very coincidence. Never happened on the last 15 years, and there's mass shootings every week. And all of a sudden, when people are looking for blood on the left side, now all of a sudden everybody takes some extra rounds and they put him on the floor, then write, I am a lefty and fuck Trump. And then they found it. We can't see. So he's both sides, but he's not equivalent.
So Jeremy,
not the same.
Can I ask Jeremy a question real quick? Jeremy, you were listening to the last few back and forth, right?
Correct.
What Fatty's saying is most, right? Did Tomfoolery say most or every time?
I said every time, every fucking time.
He did.
Every fucking time.
But guess what?
Now Fatty's defending him by saying most, but go ahead though.
He's wrong.
That's crazy.
No, I'm not. No, Marte, I'm not defending. He's wrong, and he's
okay.
smiling.
I'm just checking. Fatty.
If I'm wrong, show me an example. If I'm wrong, show me an example.
I have an example.
Okay.
I have an example. Okay, so in Dallas, they just had a shooting at the ICE facility. The literal bullet casings had that type of rhetoric on it.
Yeah,
That
was
it said
from liberals.
anti-ICE. Yeah.
No, that's frame. No, that's frame. So Jeremy, don't use that case. That's frame.
Don't use it. It's a frame.
No. It's because I want the clear case because he's very weird.
Well, no. Wait, I don't know why that matters. Go ahead, Jeremy. I don't know why that matters.
No, I'm just giving an example of where it turned deadly.
Wait, hold on. Again, I never said that Democrats don't engage in violence. I don't know why. Please stop. Listen to what I'm saying. Democrat
Okay.
politicians every time condemn violence. Whether the right or the left does it, Democrat politicians, if they make a statement on these things, they condemn it. Whereas Republicans across the board often do not. Often they will make jokes about it, or they will justify it somehow, or they will say, "Oh, well, actually, I know they're like this person was right wing, but the real violence is on the left. That's the real problem. Antifa is the real problem over here." Like they kind of obfuscate actually condemning it and then move to another thing. Go ahead.
Your whole argument just got destroyed. So in the House, they voted against Charlie Kirk's death. 58 people.
They voted against his death? They voted against his death?
No, they voted against this. They said 58 people wouldn't say, "Hey, you know what? I condone. I'm against it." They voted against.
What did the bill say? What did the bill say, Marte? What did the bill say? No, it doesn't. What did the bill say? It didn't say that. That's not what it said. Actually, Democrats proposed.
Can we have a moment of silence against Charlie Kirk's
no,
death?
that is not what it is.
No.
There was a motion that said that Charlie Kirk, we condemn the violence. He was a bastion of freedom of speech, a great Christian man who had great values and was leading the nation in saving the world. And he had the biggest dick that anybody's ever seen. And we all want to suck it. So please, everybody sign this. And then Democrats came back and said, hey guys, listen, when Melissa Hortman, they said, hold on, listen, when Melissa Hortman died, they came back and they said, listen guys, you guys had like a 5-page thing about Charlie Kirk. When Melissa Hortman died, we had a one-statement motion that we asked you guys to sign that just said that we all want to honor Melissa Hortman's death. And that was it, that we left it at that, and we all signed on to it. So we're going to propose another option that just says we all condemn political violence, and we want to honor Charlie Kirk's death. And the Democrats put that up, and they said, no, we're going with this one that just says all this other stuff of 5 fucking pages of shit. That is not, it was not this like, oh, they celebrated his death now, or they're not willing to condone it. No, that was not all that was in there.
Yeah, and I'll say that I don't like nothing is all, nothing is everything. I understand what Tom is doing.
It's not what Tom does.
It's just a fact.
No,
every Democrat who voted against Charlie Kirk's resolution, 58 people in the House.
That wasn't the resolution. That wasn't the resolution.
Yeah, that mischaracterized.
That is the resolution.
I will read it.
Hey, 1 second. Hey, 1 second, please. Okay, so let me ask you
pages
something.
of this.
That's what I'm saying. Yes, pages. Exactly. Yes, pages. Why did you lie? Why did you lie? It's pages.
No, pages on social media, in news outlets, and documents.
Oh, you're going back to people's feelings. Okay, I'm sorry. I thought we were talking about facts. I'm sorry. I thought we were talking about facts. You want to go about feelings.
What are you talking about?
1 second, please. Marte, so you think that them voting against, for example, a moment of silence or making it a national holiday, do you think that that actually pushes like political violence? Do you think they're in favor of that type of political violence?
That's not my argument at all. That's something. This is a
what
whole
do you
different conversation.
No. So when you bring the people on Congress or people of this, they said like, what does that mean?
They refuse to condemn it. His violence that happened to him. But this doesn't happen.
No, wait, no. Just because they didn't ask for it, like they didn't want to do a
no, that's literally what Tom said. He said Democrats don't condemn this, yet they didn't. They're basically refusing to condemn this on the House floor. 58 of them.
No, but what did they do that actually shows that?
Refuse to condemn it.
No, they didn't. So this is what it says right here. It says, whereas Charlie Kirk, James Kirk, born in October 14th, 1993, was a courageous American patriot whose life was tragically and unjustly cut short in an act of political violence on September 10th, 2025 at Utah Valley University. Whereas Charlie Kirk was a devoted Christian who bodily lived out his faith with convicted courage and compassion. Whereas Charlie Kirk was a dedicated husband to his beloved wife, Erica Kirk, and loving father to his daughter and son, exemplifying the virtues of faith, fidelity, and fatherhood. Whereas Charlie Kirk was a fierce defender of American founding, American founding and its timeline principles of life, liberty, limited government, and individual responsibility. Whereas I can go on. It'll take like another hour for me to read all this shit.
It's
like
a resolution that I was saying, right?
No, you said it was condemning. You said it was condemning the violence. You said that. That's what you said. That's what you said.
They were refusing to condemn the violence.
Yes, he was not a bastion of life, liberty, limited government, and individual responsibility. He voted for Donald Trump, a fucking fascist. He was not those things. I would not vote for that. I would not. Yes, it is subjective, and they didn't vote for it. Correct. It is subjective, and they didn't vote for that fucking shit. Whereas you're lying, saying that it's about condemning his murder, and that is incorrect. That is not what this is about.
Okay.
This is about.
Whoa, hey.
That's what this is about. That's what this is about.
You look like you're very experienced in doing all this. That's so gay. I'm clipping that, by the way. That's crazy.
Tom, we left these over here, but we can do that.
That's experience.
I believe in your freedom of expression, Tom.
Don't do that.
Nah, please don't. That's gay as hell, bro. No dude should do this, bro, on a podcast. That's crazy.
You win, Tom. You win.
I think you better call Tom and give him a compliment.
Yeah, bro. Go ahead. That's all you, Destiny.
You got it.
Tom.
This is how I deal with my fights on the streets too. I get butt naked and chase after them.
Destiny does the same thing. You
Very
guys are the
effective.
same.
No.
Very effective.
Hey, Jeremy and Natina, take us home. I'm going to read these 3 super chats and then you take us home, okay? Because this is getting out of hand. Player 1 and friends, if you're watching this in any platform, YouTube, Shut Up Fatty is the 2nd channel. I need 1,000 subscribers by the end of the month so we continue our adventures. I'm having the studio build in 4 days. I'm going to start to do reviews too. So now we go global. Player 1 gifted your Canal 1 membership. I appreciate you with a $50 ball. John Henry, let's go. Says for God to give you 50 for the humorous performance of the Dunning-Kruger triplets, Marte, CJ, and Mika. There always is function, but the fact they stand on it is funnier. And finally, we have John saying, "Oh, Fatty, as the proof that political violence is led by right-wing extremists since 1994, show them, Fatty." John, they already know. There's several studies that actually show like the metrics when it comes to political violence, and there's like it's not even close. That's why I understand why Tom don't want to concede. Both sides do it. It's like a Charmander versus a Charizard. Both of them are fire Pokemons. One of them is good, the one that's fuck you up, right? The other one is kind of like the little one. So we kind of get what he's trying to do. Jeremy and Athena, please take us home. Oh, and by the way, via Stream Elements, take my conservatives' money. Yeah, goddamn progressive. Much love. Good to see you back. Thank you very much, Head Dragon TV, my brother. I appreciate you. Thank you. Jeremy and Athena. And again, friends, we see you on Sunday. We see you on Sunday with very messy. Ladies first. Athena and Jeremy, take us on, please. Thank you very much for being here. I will drop the links tomorrow. I can do it today, friends, because there's a lot of things going on. But tomorrow, everyone is going to be linked as usual. So please go ahead and make sure you support all the content creators that pulled up in the show. I would love to see Jeremy back. Jeremy is a dope individual. I appreciate him, so I would like to see him more over here. So go ahead, Jeremy and Tina. Final thoughts, and then Tom and Marte, because they're going to start fighting again. I'll save him for last. Go ahead.
Athena?
I still stand by what I said earlier. I don't like cancel culture, but it is what it is. I have the right, to fire someone that I don't want working for me. And people have the right to do the same to me. As far as what y'all were saying earlier, I'm actually one thing I will admit is if I am not well versed in something, I won't talk about it. So I'm going to look into those stats and look at the individual cases because I think that that's really important. But I will get back to y'all on that.
Can I ask you something, Atina?
Mm-hmm.
Do you think Marte would be a great politician?
I don't know him well enough to say whether he would be a good politician or not.
I just wanted to ask you before you leave.
Good answer. Yeah.
Thank you very much. Atina is going to be
Great
the
answer.
Attorney General when Marte is the President of the United States.
What's the name of this channel, by the way? Shut Up, Fatty. Yeah.
Shut
that's,
up. Shut up, Marte.
I'm shouting your channel out. What am I doing wrong? I'm just giving your channel props right now.
It's a catchy name, Marte. We're trying to get up there, Marte. They need to remember us. Go ahead, Jeremy. You got it.
Sure, man.
All right. So guys, I did have some data, but I'm not gonna share it next time. But I will end it the way I normally end my show. At the end of the day, it's always you versus you. It doesn't matter what anybody else is doing. Make sure you're taking care of yourself. Make sure you're taking care of the people that you love. Handle your business. Make sure that you are prepared for anything that you and your loved ones have to be involved in. It's your boy JYG. Don't forget to follow at TBH_crew, and we out.
Damn, this man works for the radio. Look at you, Jeremy. Appreciate you, my brother. Thank you very much. I need to know how you like the room that way, because that's kind of, I don't know what's going on. There's some cinematic Saw 4 type of like that. Let's go. Appreciate that. Thank you very much. Marte, Mr. Marte. Am I saying them correctly? Oh, and by the way,
you're
you need to
actually
stop
using
fucking
proper
with me.
grammar in English now.
The Ellen and the Elon makes no sense, man. English is stupid. No N-O, no K-N-O-W. Like, English makes no sense at all. Like, the English letter, the English dictionary makes no sense. So instead of actually prosecute me for not knowing how to read, right? Go ahead and prosecute those people for making a language so difficult that two things that are written completely different have the same sound, or two letters that are completely the same have different sound. Go ahead, you got this.
No, I'm not prosecuting you for this. What I'm doing is I'm saying that you're bad at emulating things, right? You can sound like Dexter's Laboratory all you want to right now, but you're still saying shit wrong. That doesn't mean the English language is bad per se, but here's the thing though. Back to this though, I'm not uttering any absolutes here on this panel, while Athena's also right saying if she doesn't know anything, she's fair enough to say this. Now, I'm very consistent in my panel as far as my suggestions to say, hey, listen, this is my belief. I'm very malleable in this. I'm not so hard in my approach that I'm so stubborn that I'll be so disingenuous and acknowledge a lie. If it's a lie, I can then concede points and not lose my arguments. That's what I can do is in good faith. Now, tomfoolery, I've seen you a bunch of times, right? Now, if you utter something that doesn't make sense to me, like saying always or never happens, which you've done twice, to me, I'm going to challenge this all the time. I'll do this because that to me, and then to say that an absolute is not a fallacy is crazy to me. Jeremy, I appreciate meeting you. You've offered great discourse on this panel. Fatty, man, you're a good brother. I love you. But here's the thing, though. I'm always going to challenge you no matter what and fuck you up. By the way, I'm very DEI because of the way you look. I don't trust you around my food and my kitchen, but you look like you close the fridge door with your hips all the day.
Hey, what you want me to show you something?
Nah, please don't show me something because Tom was showing us something right now. No, I don't want to see the rest of this.
No. There's not that type of showing, right?
Please don't show me how you eat hot dog sideways.
It's about to be.
I have $1,000 in Jordan gear in gym gear.
I don't want to see you wearing this with nothing on, bro. Like, let's keep it, PG here, bro.
I bought my swimming thingy.
No, I'm not trying to see your swingman thingy, bro. Oh my God, please don't. Bro, no, please no. Let's keep it TOS here, bro.
I am going to the gym 4 times a week, and I'm going swimming.
Okay, that was close.
I will be a bodybuilder. Okay. I will be a bodybuilder by the end of 2026.
I appreciate. Be better than me. Actually, I'll tell everybody, including Jeremy
that's
and
not
Tom,
going to be difficult.
Be better than me. I want everybody to excel in life.
That's not going to be
that.
difficult.
That's good faith.
I will be competing for the Mr. Olympia by the end of the year.
Now that's cap. You're about as cap as tomfoolery.
Naturally, right, just drinking water and hot potato salad.
Yeah, you're good.
And by
Good
the way,
luck with that, though.
And by the
Yeah.
way, I would, if Tom and Marte want to do a debate about whatever political violence, something going on, I think we could give a good show to the
I would
crowd.
definitely
So,
debate
Well,
tomfoolery. A
okay.
lot of shit.
As my closing statement, let me ask just a couple questions. I promise it'll be very, very quick. So Marte, is God all loving? Yes or no?
Yes.
Is he all
love
knowing?
can be harsh.
Is he all knowing?
Yes, all knowing. Yes.
Is he all well, I guess that's it. Okay, so now we have both made all broad brush statements that always statements here. And
Are you God?
if I was going to disagree with that,
comparing yourself to God.
no, I'm
You
not. No, I'm
don't
not.
do this to God.
No, I'm making the statement on both. You're making the statement on both.
How is this not a
We're talking.
conflation, though, Tom?
You said they were. I'm about to ask you that. So if I was to say God is not all knowing, and you say he is, okay, what is the next step in logic? What is it that we do next?
Well, I would definitely use the transcendental argument for God, which you would definitely take an L on. But anyways, that could be another discussion.
Well, no. I'm saying, what is the next step? Like, if we're going through a logical process to see if this is true, you say he's all knowing, I say he's not. What happens next?
We would have a debate, which we can have on Fatty's channel.
The next step would be for
Because I'm
you
not
to,
about to
if you
destroy
say,
it right now.
yeah,
Let's-
so okay, so I'll just explain it. My closing statement is, if he says he's all loving and I say he's not, I would then have to give a time when he was not loving. I would have to give evidence that he was not loving. That is generally the next statement, is that it is almost impossible to prove. If I say oxygen has always, if I say oxygen has always been on the planet, it has always been that way, it's really going to be hard for me to show each and every second of the planet's existence to prove that that is the case. It would be on the other person to show a point in time where that was not the case. So the problem is that, like, that is just the way that these statements work, the way that we're supposed to argue them. The right has been, like, engaging in cancel culture larger than the left and on higher levels than the left for a very long time. The majority of violence seems to come from them. I have a video on my channel called "The Right Has Always Been Violent" if you guys want to check it out. But we had the kidnapping of Gretchen Whitmer just a couple of years ago. We had the attack on Nancy Pelosi. We had the attack on Hoffman and Hortman. We had the attack on, I think it was AOC. Then we had the attack on the Capitol. We had Pelosi again. We had the pipe bomb sent to 13 different Democrat politicians. When it comes to it, I'll just close with this. When it comes to Destiny, a lot of people are saying that he was advocating for violence. He never did this. At one point, he said that he wasn't going to condemn or tell his side to turn down the violent rhetoric if the right was turning up the violent rhetoric. And then at another point, he said, conservatives need to be afraid to use the type of rhetoric that they do. And that is exactly what the conservatives are saying right now when they are going out and doxing people. They're saying there has to be a repercussion for your actions. We have to give you a punishment so that you are afraid in the future of doing this sort of thing. That is exactly what Destiny was saying when he said that they have to be afraid, is that there has to be a repercussion. And on the left gives the right repercussions and the left gives the left repercussions. But the right does not give the right repercussions. There is no repercussion for libs of TikTok. There is no repercussion for Donald Trump. There's no repercussion for his kids. There's no repercussions for Laura Limmer. There's no repercussions for Elon Musk or, all the people who were calling for civil war. There's no repercussions for any of these people because the people on the right cheer this stuff on and the people on the left condemn it. So.
Who are the arbiters of slavery, Democrats or Republicans when slavery existed?
The conservative Democrats, yeah, definitely.
No. Now it's a hybrid.
Well, no, the Democrats were the conservatives at the time, yeah.
So Democrats. Okay, thank you. That's all I wanted to know.
Yeah, Democrat is not ideological. Republican is not ideological. Conservative and liberal is.
You made it ideological when you said only Republicans. But anyways.
I said in the last 10 years. I said in the last 10 years. I know that this is hard. I have to keep repeating this like 20 times for you, but we'll go through each point of what I said. At some point, you'll get it.
You know what, Tom? I think we need to have a debate on this because we're not done here. But anyways, I'll continue.
Friends, I appreciate y'all, Tom, Jeremy.
I do open call and show on my channel, so if any of y'all want to come by, hit me up.
He said
I'll definitely come.
All right.
I'll definitely come on your show.
He said pull up. So friends, all my
I'm
friends.
not going to come on the show that you demonstrated the way that you did. I mean, arrive at your show.
That's crazy. Team Fatty and the Untouchable signing out. Peace.
I'm invincible, I'm untouchable. I'm invincible, I'm untouchable. I'm invincible, I'm untouchable. I'm invincible, I'm untouchable.